Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak about a fundamental principle that shapes the lives of those who walk by faith, trusting God in every situation. Trust is not just a concept, it is the foundation of our spiritual journey and the bedrock of our relationship with the divine. Trust in its purest form is a profound belief in the reliability, truth, or ability of someone or something. When we speak of trusting God, we delve into a realm far beyond mere acknowledgement of His existence. It encompasses a deep-seated confidence in His nature, His promises, and His sovereign control over every aspect of our lives. To trust God is to place our complete faith in Him, regardless of the circumstances we encounter. Trust is the bedrock upon which our spiritual journey is built. It is not just an abstract concept, but a lived experience that shapes our responses to life's challenges and triumphs. Trusting God means embracing the understanding that He is both omnipotent and omniscient. He knows all and has the power to bring about His divine will. This trust is not conditional. It is a steadfast assurance that God's plans are always for our good, even when we cannot see the immediate outcomes. This kind of trust requires us to surrender our need for control and certainty. It calls us to relinquish our anxieties and fears, placing them in the hands of a higher power who has promised to guide and sustain us. Trusting God means acknowledging that our understanding is limited, but His wisdom is infinite. It invites us to lean on His promises, assured that He will never fail us or forsake us. In practical terms, this trust manifests in how we approach everyday decisions, face adversities, and celebrate victories. It transforms our outlook on life, shifting from one of self-reliance to one of reliance on divine providence. By trusting God, we align our hearts with His purposes and open ourselves to experiencing His grace and guidance in ways that transcend our natural understanding. To truly trust God, we must first recognize His unchanging nature. Unlike human beings who are often swayed by emotions and circumstances, God remains constant and faithful. His promises are unwavering, and His character is steadfast. This reliability is the cornerstone of our trust, offering us a sense of security and peace amid the unpredictability of life. Trust is also a journey, not a destination. It is developed over time through experiences, challenges, and revelations. Each moment of trust deepens our relationship with God, helping us to grow in faith and resilience. It involves a continuous process of learning, surrendering, and believing, even when the path forward is unclear. Ultimately, trusting God is an act of faith that requires both courage and commitment. It is the willingness to embrace the unknown, to rely on a higher wisdom, and to walk confidently in the assurance that we are guided by a loving and capable Creator. This trust becomes a defining characteristic of our spiritual lives, shaping how we navigate the complexities of our existence and anchoring us in the assurance of divine providence. The nature of God is a profound and multifaceted concept that underpins the foundation of faith and trust. At its core, understanding the nature of God requires us to grasp His essential attributes, those qualities that define who He is and how He interacts with the world. God's nature is characterized by His omnipotence, omniscience, omnipresence, and benevolence, each of which plays a critical role in how we perceive and relate to Him. God's omnipotence or all-powerfulness means that He possesses unlimited power and authority. There is no force or being that can challenge or diminish His power. This attribute assures us that God can accomplish His will without limitation and that nothing is too difficult for Him. His power is not merely theoretical, but is demonstrated through His ability to create, sustain, and transform the universe according to His divine purpose. This unbounded power provides a solid foundation for trust, as it guarantees that He can handle any challenge or circumstance we may face. Equally important is God's omniscience, His all-encompassing knowledge. God knows everything, from the grand design of the cosmos to the minute details of our daily lives. This attribute means that He is fully aware of our thoughts, emotions, and needs, even before we express them. His knowledge is not limited by time or space, and He understands the beginning from the end. This comprehensive awareness allows us to trust that God is always informed, and that His guidance and decisions are based on perfect wisdom. God's omnipresence, or His presence everywhere, further underscores His nature. Unlike human beings who are confined by physical limitations, God is present in every place at all times. This attribute ensures that no matter where we are or what situation we find ourselves in, God is with us. His presence is a comforting assurance that we are never alone, and it enables him to be a constant source of support and guidance, no matter how distant we may feel from him. Additionally, God's benevolence, his inherent goodness and love defines how he interacts with his creation. God's nature is fundamentally good, and his actions are driven by love and compassion. He desires the well-being and flourishing of his creation and works toward the fulfillment of this divine purpose. His benevolence means that his intentions toward us are always positive, even when we encounter difficulties. This goodness ensures that his plans for us are filled with hope and promise, reinforcing our trust in his ultimate benevolence. Understanding these attributes of God helps to build a deeper relationship with him, as it aligns our perception with his true nature. Recognizing his omnipotence reassures of his capability to handle our concerns, while his omniscience gives us confidence that he is aware of our needs and circumstances. His omnipresence provides comfort in knowing that he is always near, and his benevolence assures us of his unwavering commitment to our good. These elements together form a comprehensive picture of a God who is powerful, knowledgeable, present, and loving, qualities that form the basis for our trust and faith in him. Biblical examples provide vivid illustrations of trust in God, demonstrating how faith can transform lives and guide individuals through challenging circumstances. These stories are not merely historical accounts, but serve as timeless lessons on the nature of trust and its profound impact on our relationship with the divine. One of the most compelling examples is the story of Abraham. Called by God to leave his homeland and journey to an unknown destination, Abraham's trust was put to the ultimate test. Despite the uncertainty and the immense personal sacrifice involved, Abraham obeyed without hesitation. His faith was further tested when God asked him to sacrifice his beloved son, Isaac. Abraham's willingness to follow through, despite the emotional turmoil and the seeming contradiction of God's promise, exemplifies an extraordinary level of trust. In the end, God provided a ram as a substitute for Isaac, reaffirming Abraham's faith and establishing him as a model of righteous trust. Similarly, the story of Joseph highlights the transformative power of trust in God. Sold into slavery by his jealous brothers and later wrongfully imprisoned, Joseph faced numerous adversities. Despite these trials, Joseph maintained his trust in God's plan for his life. His integrity and faithfulness, even in the darkest moments, led to his eventual rise to power in Egypt. Joseph's story illustrates that trusting God through hardship can lead to significant personal growth and fulfillment of a greater divine purpose. The narrative of Daniel in the lion's den is another profound example of trust. Daniel, known for his devotion to God, continued to pray openly despite a royal decree forbidding it. His trust in God's protection was so steadfast that he willingly faced the lions rather than abandon his faith. Miraculously, Daniel emerged unharmed, demonstrating that trust in God can deliver us from seemingly insurmountable dangers and affirm his power and faithfulness. Esther's story also stands out as a testament to trust in God's providence. As a Jewish queen in a foreign land, Esther faced a dire situation when her people were threatened with annihilation. Despite the risk to her own life, Esther trusted in God's timing and plan. Her bravery and faith led her to intercede for her people, ultimately resulting in their deliverance. Esther's example shows that trusting God often involves taking courageous steps of faith in the face of danger. The Apostle Paul's life further exemplifies trust through his numerous trials and tribulations. Despite enduring shipwrecks, beatings, imprisonment, and numerous hardships, Paul remained unwavering in his faith. His letters to the early Christian communities, filled with messages of joy and encouragement despite his suffering, reflect his deep trust in God's purpose and provision. Paul's life underscores the idea that trust in God can sustain us through the most challenging circumstances and empower us to continue our mission with hope and resilience. These biblical stories collectively reveal the essence of trust in God as a dynamic and transformative force. They teach us that trust involves obedience, perseverance, and courage in the face of uncertainty and adversity. By examining these examples, we gain insight into how trusting God not only sustains us through difficult times, but also aligns us with a greater divine purpose, guiding us toward eventual fulfillment and blessing. Trials and hardships are integral aspects of the human experience, and their purpose extends far beyond mere discomfort or suffering. In the spiritual context, trials are seen as purposeful elements designed to refine, develop, and strengthen us in ways that smooth sailing cannot. They offer unique opportunities for growth and transformation, revealing the profound ways in which faith and trust in God can be deepened. One primary purpose of trials is to develop our character. Through challenging experiences, we are often confronted with our limitations and weaknesses. These trials push us beyond our comfort zones, encouraging us to rely not on our own strength, but on a higher power. This process of refinement helps us to develop qualities such as patience, perseverance, and resilience. As we navigate through adversity, our character is molded and strengthened, shaping us into individuals who are more aligned with God's purposes and more capable of handling future challenges. Additionally, trials provide a context for spiritual growth. They often force us to confront fundamental questions about our beliefs and our reliance on God. In moments of difficulty, our faith is tested, and through these tests, we have the chance to experience God's presence and provision in profound ways. As we seek Him earnestly in the midst of trials, our relationship with God deepens, and we gain a clearer understanding of His character and His promises. This spiritual growth fosters a stronger, more mature faith that can withstand future trials and uncertainties. Moreover, trials serve to reveal and refine our trust in God. When life is smooth, it can be easy to take our blessings for granted and to rely on our own resources. However, trials strip away these illusions of self-sufficiency, compelling us to place our trust entirely in God. This deepened trust is not just about believing that God can solve our problems, but also about trusting Him regardless of the outcome. It challenges us to embrace His will and His timing, even when it diverges from our expectations. Personal responsibility is a crucial aspect of our spiritual journey, deeply intertwined with our trust in God. It involves taking ownership of our actions, decisions, and the way we respond to life's challenges, while also acknowledging our reliance on divine guidance. Embracing personal responsibility means understanding that while we trust in God's sovereignty and providence, we are also called to actively engage with our circumstances and make choices that align with our values and beliefs. At its core, personal responsibility requires self-awareness and accountability. It involves recognizing that our decisions have consequences and that we must be deliberate in how we navigate our lives. This means acknowledging our role in both the successes and the challenges we face, rather than attributing everything solely to external factors or divine intervention. By accepting responsibility, we empower ourselves to take positive action and to address issues proactively rather than passively waiting for solutions to emerge. In practical terms, personal responsibility encompasses various aspects of daily life, from how we manage our relationships and finances to how we pursue our goals and handle adversity. It requires us to be disciplined and intentional, making choices that reflect our values and contribute to our overall well-being and growth. For instance, managing our time effectively, being diligent in our work, and nurturing our relationships are all aspects of personal responsibility that influence our personal and spiritual development. When faced with challenges or trials, personal responsibility also means taking an active role in seeking solutions and support. It involves using the resources available to us, whether through prayer, guidance from others, or practical steps to address difficulties constructively. It is about finding a balance between trusting in God's plan and taking responsible actions to influence our circumstances positively. Furthermore, personal responsibility is crucial in how we interpret and respond to the trials we encounter. It requires us to adopt a proactive mindset, looking for lessons and growth opportunities rather than merely reacting to difficulties. This approach helps us to stay engaged in our journey, learning from experiences and making adjustments as needed to align more closely with our goals and values. In essence, personal responsibility is not about self-reliance and isolation, but about harmonizing our efforts with our faith. It involves recognizing that while we trust in God's ultimate plan and purpose, we are also entrusted with the agency to make choices and take actions that reflect our commitment to our values and our growth. By embracing personal responsibility, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to the broader purposes and plans that align with our faith and trust in God. Faith and action are deeply intertwined concepts that highlight how belief and practice should work together in our lives. True faith is not a passive state, but an active force that drives us to take deliberate steps in alignment with our beliefs. When we talk about faith in a spiritual context, we're referring to a profound trust in God and His promises, which compels us to act in ways that reflect this trust. Faith is the foundation upon which our actions are built. It begins with a deep conviction in the unseen and the assurance of things hoped for. This belief shapes our perspective and fuels our motivation to act in accordance with our values and spiritual commitments. However, faith without action is incomplete. It remains a mere concept or aspiration rather than a lived reality. The essence of faith is realized through the choices we make and the actions we take. In practical terms, faith manifests through our everyday decisions and behaviors. When we believe in God's promises, we are inspired to live out those beliefs in tangible ways. For example, if we have faith in God's provision and care, we are more likely to act generously, trusting that our needs will be met as we help others. Similarly, faith in God's guidance encourages us to make decisions that align with His principles, even when it requires stepping out of our comfort zones or facing uncertainties. Action, therefore, is the expression of our faith in the world. It involves taking proactive steps that reflect our beliefs and values. This could mean pursuing goals that align with our spiritual convictions, engaging in acts of service, or making choices that demonstrate integrity and commitment to our faith. Actions driven by faith are not about achieving personal gain, but about living out our beliefs in a way that honors God and benefits others. The relationship between faith and action is also evident in how we respond to challenges and opportunities. When faced with difficulties, our faith provides the strength and resilience needed to navigate these trials. However, this faith is most effective when it is coupled with action. For instance, faith might inspire us to seek out support, work diligently toward a solution, or take courageous steps despite our fears. Action grounded in faith transforms our trials into opportunities for growth and demonstrates our reliance on a higher power. Moreover, faith and action are mutually reinforcing. As we act on our faith, we often find that our belief is strengthened. Each step we take in alignment with our spiritual convictions can deepen our trust and understanding of God's promises. Conversely, as our faith grows stronger through our experiences, it propels us to take even more significant actions, creating a dynamic cycle of growth and fulfillment. In essence, faith and action are two sides of the same coin. True faith is not merely about holding beliefs, but about translating those beliefs into meaningful actions that shape our lives and impact the world around us. By embracing this synergy between faith and action, we align ourselves with a purposeful and dynamic spiritual journey where our beliefs are continually brought to life through our choices and endeavors. The power of prayer is a profound and multifaceted aspect of spiritual life that extends far beyond a simple ritual or practice. It represents a dynamic and intimate connection with the divine, embodying a range of effects that influence both our inner lives and the external circumstances we encounter. Prayer serves as a conduit through which we communicate with God, seek His guidance, express our desires, and align ourselves with His will. At its core, prayer is an act of faith and submission. It acknowledges our dependence on a higher power and opens a channel for divine intervention in our lives. Through prayer, we engage in a direct dialogue with God, presenting our needs, hopes, and concerns while also listening for His response. This communication is not just about making requests, but about fostering a deeper relationship with God. It helps us to recognize His presence and guidance in our daily lives and builds a foundation of trust and reliance on His wisdom. One of the most significant aspects of prayer is its role in aligning our will with God's. As we pray, we seek to understand and embrace His plans and purposes for our lives. This alignment often requires a surrendering of our own desires and ambitions, allowing us to be more attuned to the divine direction and wisdom. Prayer helps to shape our perspectives and attitudes, encouraging us to align our actions with our spiritual values and to trust in God's timing and provision. But prayer also acts as a source of comfort and strength during times of difficulty. In moments of stress, anxiety, or sorrow, prayer provides a space for expressing our emotions and seeking solace. It is a practice that can bring peace to our hearts and clarity to our minds, helping us to cope with challenges and uncertainties. The act of praying can offer reassurance and a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves, which can be particularly grounding during turbulent times. Furthermore, prayer has a transformative power that extends beyond the individual. It can influence the broader context in which we live, affecting our relationships and our relationship, then our environment. Intercessory prayer, where we pray on behalf of others, demonstrates this communal aspect. By lifting up the needs of others in prayer, we participate in a spiritual act that can lead to positive changes and divine intervention in their lives. This collective dimension of prayer underscores its potential to impact both personal and communal well-being. The practice of prayer also involves a continual process of spiritual growth. Through regular prayer, we cultivate a habit of reflection and connection with God. This ongoing practice helps to deepen our understanding of spiritual truths and reinforces our commitment to living according to divine principles. It encourages a lifestyle of mindfulness and intentionality as we remain conscious of our spiritual journey and the divine presence in our lives. Additionally, prayer is an avenue for expressing gratitude and acknowledging God's past blessings. It provides an opportunity to reflect on the ways in which God has been faithful and to celebrate His goodness. This aspect of prayer fosters a spirit of thankfulness and reinforces our trust in God's ongoing provision and care. In summary, the power of prayer lies in its ability to foster a profound connection with God, align our will with His, provide comfort and strength, influence our surroundings, and to support our spiritual growth. It is a central practice that not only deepens our personal faith, but also connects us with the broader fabric of spiritual life and communal well-being. Through prayer, we engage in a transformative process that shapes our lives and our relationship with the divine. Overcoming doubt is a significant aspect of the spiritual journey, and it involves addressing uncertainties and questions that can challenge our faith and trust in God. Doubt can arise from various sources, including personal struggles, unanswered prayers, or the complexity of life situations. It is a natural part of the human experience, but how we respond to it can profoundly impact our spiritual growth and relationship with the divine. Doubt often begins with questions or concerns about the validity of our beliefs or the presence of God in our lives. It can stem from intellectual challenges such as conflicting ideas or perceived inconsistencies in our understanding of faith. Doubt can also be emotional, arising from personal experiences of suffering, loss, or disappointment, make it difficult to see or believe in a higher purpose. In either case, overcoming doubt involves a process of reconciling these concerns with our spiritual convictions. One of the key strategies in overcoming doubt is to seek understanding and clarity. This can involve exploring the foundational aspects of our faith through study and reflection. Engaging with sacred texts, theological writings, and teachings from spiritual leaders can provide insights and answers that help address intellectual doubts. By deepening our understanding of spiritual principles and the nature of God, we can build a more robust foundation for our faith that can withstand challenges. In addition to intellectual exploration, it is important to engage in honest and open dialogue on our doubts. Sharing our struggles with trusted mentors, spiritual advisors, or a supportive community can provide valuable perspectives and encouragement. This exchange of ideas and experiences helps to normalize doubt and demonstrates that it is a common part of the faith journey. Through these conversations, we can gain new insights, receive reassurance, and find companionship in our quest for answers. Another powerful approach to overcoming doubt is through personal experience and reflection. As we navigate life's challenges and witness the impact of our faith in real-world situations, we can find evidence of God's presence and guidance. Reflecting on past experiences where we have seen divine intervention or experienced personal growth can reinforce our trust and diminish doubt. This process of looking back and recognizing the ways in which faith has been affirmed can strengthen our resolve and confidence in God's promises. Prayer is also a vital tool in addressing and overcoming doubt. It provides a space to express our concerns and seek divine guidance. In moments of uncertainty, prayer allows us to bring our questions before God and request clarity and reassurance. It can also be a means of seeking comfort and strength to face our doubts with courage. Through prayer, we invite God into our struggles, asking for wisdom and peace that can help alleviate our doubts. Moreover, overcoming doubt often involves a commitment to continued practice and discipline. Engaging in regular spiritual practices such as worship, meditation, and study can help to keep our focus on divine truths and maintain a sense of connection with God. These practices reinforce our faith and provide stability, helping to counteract the effects of doubt and keep us grounded in our spiritual convictions. It is also helpful to acknowledge that doubt can be a catalyst for growth. When approached constructively, doubt can lead to a deeper exploration of our beliefs and a more profound understanding of our faith. Rather than viewing doubt as a threat to our faith, we can see it as an opportunity for deeper engagement and growth. Embracing doubt as a natural part of the spiritual journey can lead to greater resilience and a more nuanced appreciation of our faith. In essence, overcoming doubt involves a multifaceted approach that includes seeking understanding, engaging in open dialogue, reflecting on personal experiences, utilizing prayer, and maintaining spiritual practices. By addressing doubt through these various methods, we can strengthen our faith, find reassurance, and continue to grow in our relationship with God. Testimonies and evidence of faith play a powerful role in illustrating the profound impact of trust in God and His workings in our lives. They offer tangible accounts and real-life examples that validate the promises and principles of faith, showing how belief and trust can lead to transformative outcomes and divine intervention. Personal testimonies serve as compelling narratives that reflect the lived experiences of individuals who have encountered God's presence and guidance in their lives. These stories often highlight moments of profound change, healing, or breakthrough that have resulted from steadfast faith and trust. For instance, individuals may share experiences of overcoming significant personal challenges such as illness, financial difficulty, or relational strife through a deep reliance on God's promises and intervention. These personal accounts provide a relatable and concrete demonstration of how faith can influence outcomes and bring about change. In addition to personal testimonies, evidence of faith can be observed in the way that individuals respond to adversity. The resilience, peace, and hope that many exhibit during trials are often seen as reflections of their trust in God. Such evidence can manifest as a calm and steadfast demeanor in the face of difficulties, or a sense of purpose and direction despite seemingly insurmountable obstacles. The way that faith shapes attitudes and behaviors in challenging times serves as a powerful testament to the effectiveness of trust in guiding and sustaining individuals. Historical accounts and scriptural narratives also offer evidence of faith and its impact. Stories from religious texts and historical records document how faith has shaped significant events and movements throughout history. These accounts provide a backdrop against which individuals and communities have navigated their spiritual journeys and encountered divine influence. The consistency of these accounts across different times and cultures reinforces the idea that faith has a powerful and enduring effect. Additionally, testimonies and evidence of faith can be found in the testimonies of those who have experienced miraculous or extraordinary events. Stories of healing, deliverance, and other miraculous occurrences often serve as compelling evidence of divine intervention. While these events may vary in nature and scope, they collectively underscore the belief that God's power is active and present in the world. In everyday life, the fruits of faith, such as acts of kindness, forgiveness, and love, demonstrate the practical impact of trust in God. Individuals who live out their faith by engaging in compassionate and ethical behavior provide evidence of the transformative power of spiritual beliefs. These actions not only reflect the internal changes that faith brings about, but also influence the broader community, often inspiring others and fostering positive environments. In summary, testimonies and evidence of faith offer a rich tapestry of real-life examples and outcomes that validate and illustrate the power of trust in God. Through personal experiences, collective efforts, historical accounts, miraculous events, and everyday actions, these narratives and observations collectively affirm the transformative impact of faith and its capacity to bring about meaningful and positive change. Encouragement and a call to action are integral to fostering a vibrant and active faith, motivating individuals to live out their beliefs with purpose and conviction. Encouragement provides the support and inspiration needed to sustain and deepen one's commitment, while a call to action translates faith into tangible steps that align with spiritual values. Encouragement often begins with recognizing and affirming the progress and efforts of individuals in their faith journey. It involves acknowledging the challenges they face and celebrating their resilience and growth. By highlighting personal achievements and milestones, encouragement helps to reinforce the belief that progress is possible, even when faced with obstacles. It offers reassurance that faith can lead to positive outcomes and that each step forward, no matter how small, is a testament to the power of trust and perseverance. A key aspect of encouragement is the reminder of God's promises and faithfulness. Recalling the assurances found in sacred texts and personal experiences can provide a sense of comfort and motivation. Encouragement comes in many forms, including uplifting words, supportive gestures, and the presence of a community that offers solidarity and prayer. These acts of encouragement help individuals feel valued and supported, strengthening their resolve to continue their journey with confidence. In addition to providing support, encouragement involves fostering a sense of hope and possibility. It helps individuals to envision a future where their faith leads to fulfillment and transformation. By focusing on the potential for positive change and the benefits of remaining steadfast, encouragement helps to sustain motivation and enthusiasm. It encourages individuals to keep their eyes on the broader goals of their spiritual journey, even when immediate results may seem elusive. The call to action translates encouragement into practical steps that align with one's spiritual values and goals. It involves setting specific, actionable objectives that reflect a commitment to living out one's faith. This might include pursuing personal growth through spiritual disciplines such as prayer, study and service, or engaging in community initiatives that embody the principles of faith. A call to action is about taking concrete steps that reflect the internal changes inspired by faith and translating them into external actions that contribute to the greater good. Taking action often requires courage and determination, particularly when faced with uncertainties or challenges. It involves stepping out of comfort zones and embracing opportunities for growth and service. A call to action encourages individuals to confront their fears and doubts, trusting that their efforts will contribute to meaningful change. It emphasizes the importance of proactive engagement in one's faith journey, recognizing that action is a vital component of living a purpose-driven life. Additionally, a call to action includes the importance of setting goals and pursuing them with intentionality. It encourages individuals to identify areas where they can make a difference and to take deliberate steps towards achieving their objectives. Whether these goals involve personal development, community involvement, or spiritual enrichment, having a clear sense of direction and purpose helps to focus efforts and sustain commitment. The integration of encouragement and action creates a dynamic interplay where motivation fuels effort and effort leads to further growth and encouragement. As individuals take action in response to encouragement, they often find that their experiences reinforce their faith and provide additional sources of motivation. This cyclical process helps to build momentum and resilience, allowing individuals to continue advancing in their faith journey with renewed energy and conviction. In essence, encouragement and a call to action are essential for fostering a vibrant and active faith. By providing support, affirming progress, and inspiring tangible steps, they help individuals to live out their beliefs with purpose and impact. This approach not only strengthens personal faith, but also contributes to the broader goal of making a positive difference in the world, reflecting the transformative power of trust and commitment in action. In conclusion, the journey of trust in God is a profound and transformative experience that weaves together the elements of faith, action, and resilience. As we navigate through the challenges and triumphs of life, the stories of those who have walked before us remind us of the incredible power of unwavering trust and its ability to guide, sustain, and uplift us. From the personal testimonies that illustrate God's faithfulness to the evidence of His presence in our everyday lives, we see that our faith is not just a belief, but a living, dynamic force that shapes our reality. Encouragement and action are the vital forces that propel us forward on this journey. When we encourage one another, we build a supportive community that fosters hope and perseverance. We affirm that every step taken in faith, no matter how small, contributes to a larger tapestry of divine purpose and blessing. Through our collective and individual actions, we manifest our trust in God's promises and transform our faith into tangible outcomes that reflect His love and grace. Let us embrace the challenges of doubt as opportunities for growth, drawing on the rich history of testimonies and the evidence of God's intervention to bolster our trust. Let us take decisive action, inspired by encouragement, to live out our faith with courage and intentionality. In doing so, we honor the divine plan and contribute to a world that reflects the transformative power of trust in God. As we move forward, may we carry with us the conviction that our faith is a powerful force for good, capable of overcoming doubts, transforming lives, and making a meaningful impact. Let us be vigilant in our encouragement of one another and diligent in our actions, knowing that our combined efforts reflect a profound trust in the greater purpose that guides us. Together, let us walk boldly in faith, assured that with God by our side, we can face any challenge and embrace every opportunity with hope and confidence.